Right, so it's the first match of the South Wales Winter Carp League. Yeah, 5 matches over 5 months, starting in October, November, December, January, February. So yeah, it was a watercraft draw. I came probably near the last quarter, and even though there was a couple of pegs I liked the look of when it started, as they were dwindling down, the choices sort of fell away, but peg 29 was still there when my name came out, which is the peg that I've been fishing, well, possibly in the last 2 videos on the Fender that I've done. So it seemed pretty stupid not to fish it really, but we'll see how it goes. Any fish is a bonus now. Alright, let's get this car unloaded and let's get some bait in the water. Alright. As you can see, peg 29. Fished it a few times in the past. I think my last 2 videos on the Fender rod were this view, but yeah. So for baiting patterns, or what I've gone for, I've literally gone all out red aggressor. I've tried a few different things on the Fender rod, and but red aggressor out of all the Mistral ranges has literally produced every time. So with that in mind, I've gone down, I know it stinks though, but I've gone all out red aggressor. I've got a load of pre-tied red aggressor, pellet, ground boilie, and lots of other bits of stuff. That is red aggressor, there's a bit of pellet in there, sweet corn, kind of chickpeas, and red aggressor glug. It's very pungent. A PV bag mix in here, which is a bit of everything. It's all been left to stew with a lot of red aggressor glug. Again, very pungent. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's almost like it's like seafood with a bit of spice to it. Sort of smell coming from it, and I'm willing to put up with that if it puts fish on the bank. Right, the rigs I'm actually using, I had still on the rods 3 Ronnie rigs from France, so I've taken one of the Ronnie rigs off and changed it for a bottom bait rig and gone with a red aggressor snowman. One of the other rods sharpened right up, so it was like catching the back of my thumb sort of bowl. That was another Ronnie rig. I dropped that out. For some reason the red aggressor pop-ups, even though they're exactly what the red aggressor are, they don't seem to last as long in the water, so like you can't leave them 8 or 9 hours, they'll come off after sort of like 5 or 6 hours. So what I've opted for is another red one, and I've plugged it, is the chili pepper bait, chili pepper popper, plugged that in red aggressor, so there's literally no trace of chili pepper on it at all. And that's gone out under the tree over there. The bottom bait went out in the line where you've seen on the previous video where I've been baiting to. I literally just sat there with a throwing stick, throwing until the seagulls finally made it pointless. So I got a good few handfuls of bait out before the seagulls started attacking me. So I dropped this bottom bait on that. And what was the last rod? Oh yeah, the last rod was a single, just another Ronnie rig. I took it out and made sure 100% checked it was sharp. This one was literally, I can't see it. I punched a little hole in the back of my finger, so it was, and then I checked it for sharpness and it was proper still razor sharp, and it drew a bit of blood. before I cast it out. But yeah, a single Ronnie Reg. I put a banana and toffee pop-up on that with a small PVA bag of that mashed up mix I showed you earlier. But yeah, I've had a mediocre start. All the leaves and everything, all the crap that was falling out of the trees was literally sitting in the peg when I got here. So I thought, what do I do? So first thing I done was put 2 big solid PVA bags, smashed it through the weed, but after about 5 or 10 minutes, when the wind was changing direction, that was pulling off, and even though I tried to pull the line underneath it, these clouds of weed and leaves and stuff were big, and they were dragging the line off. So that was the start. I literally did get excited. I cast out, buried the line, thought I was being clever, and it pulled tight. I thought, oh, here we go. And then I realised that, yeah, the weed cloud had moved. So, nothing happening. Nothing happening at the moment. One warning I would give you, if you are glugging everything in red aggressor glug, is it's dyes your hands. So I've got very pink fingers at the moment. Right, I'm going to have something to eat, I think. Right, let's catch you guys later. Oh, right, another inside the bivvy update. It's absolutely freezing. The forecast was for rain and wind. Most of the rain looks like it's gone, dispersed. It actually hammered down this morning pretty heavy for a few hours, so it looks like the rain passed a bit early, which on the downside of that is there's no clouds in the sky and starry night, and the cold has come in really fast. It's now 9 o'clock and it's bitter out there, but yeah, I literally, just before it got dark, I went and scooped all of the mix that I'd made down across the overhanging trees, and I literally dropped 2 rods straight onto there, and then I put another 2 or 3 handfuls of red aggressor straight out and dropped a bottom bait out there. So I've got 3 rods, I've got 2 out to the side and 1 on a small baited spot. So yes, hopefully we can get something during the night. There's already a load of fish out. Is it Luke Mallet, who won the Young Carp Angler of the Year, was fishing on the other side of the lake. He's had 3. I've seen another one on the other side. 18 pounds are the biggest fish. There's 2 18s come out and another 2 doubles. So there's a good head of fish coming out, but it's all to play for. A nice 20 would take biggest fish of this match so far. Plus put you into second place at least, so it's all points, and we'll see how it goes from here. I feel quite confident, to be fair, but the cold always seems to sort of like slam the anchors on in this place, but we'll see. Right, I'll see you guys later, hopefully.
Oh, I think he's bigger than 14, Dan. What do you say about 14? 13, is he? Oh, I don't know, it's deceiving.
I said I would guess he's about 15. So but he's only buried to the back of his throat. So it's like
18 and a half.
What's it to?
It's 18.
Yeah, it's 18.
19, it's 18.
18.8, 18.8.
18.8, yeah. Nice one, Dan. That's second place, eh?
No.
Yeah, it is.
So, first fish for me for the Winter League. £18 8 common. Ridiculous fight. Wiped out my outside rod. But, yeah, happy to get it. Bitter cold at the moment. My nose is stinging. And I took it on, was it yellow pop-up, or the banana toffee pop-up on the outside with the 2 baited ones. Lovely stuff. Right, let's slip him back. There we go, lovely stuff. Oh. So I'm off the mark on the Winter League. Yeah, it's bloody freezing at the moment. £18.8 common. It didn't look that big in the net, so I'm happy with that. It was a long, lean fish. Could be a lot bigger, but still, I'm happy with that. What did I pick that up on? I think I said when I was holding the fish, it was banana and toffee on the outside rig in the tree, over on the bag of the red aggressor mix that I put on a small PVA bag, red aggressor mix. So I'm happy with that. Right, I'm gonna go to bed. This bright light's not doing me any favours. There we go, I've got my neighbour in the match.
It's Ronnie with a...
Not quite 17, no, it's bigger than that. What's that? 8, 12, 8, 16 pound 12? No,
246, no, it's...
not 17 pound.
No, I haven't gone 17.
No, it's
16, 10.
16, 12.
16,
12? 16, 12. 16, 12, mate. Oh. Lovely. 1, 2, 3.
He's behaving well, Davey, isn't he? Yeah.
Hey, smile at him, Davey.
That is a smile. I leave Dan get in it because better one.
Fuck, I've got to wait there, straight away.
Morning, it's about 7 o'clock and it is proper cold. Steve just phoned me and he's going out pike fishing and he says 2 degrees. And I just looked across the car, I can see it on the main road, and that's covered in ice. So last night, yeah, I fell asleep, my arm was hanging outside the sleeping bag. I remember pulling it in because my hand had literally gone numb. So it was proper cold one. But we had one last night. Birch just knocked a log out of the tree over there. And it's a result. Proper result, I think. £18.8. Happy with that, well happy with that. Suddenly get really noisy in the bed. So I'm hoping for at least a little bit of action in the morning. Put a fair bit of bait out last night, so hopefully as the sun sort of sets, the sun rises and the mist burns off the lake, hopefully it'll be worth me sitting out for that. But we're on till 1 o'clock, so it should be good. Should be a few more fish out, I think. But yeah, proper cool one last night. Still feeling it. Right, hopefully there'll be a lot to show you. The hardest fighting tree ever now.
Yeah, isn't it? How you had to go though? So, you know, I mean... Oh, you're not here. No, it's moving.
Yeah.
You all feel better now?
Yeah.
Come on, Doc, we're making a meal of this now.
Hello. Yeah, just put a common in there.
It's a little bit bigger.
Aye.
20, supposed to can be without being £21. £20.12.
2012.
Yeah, happy with that?
Happy with that?
2012.
You can't not be happy with that, can you? £20.12.
Well, I said it could be a 20 when I saw it coming in, because it literally battled all the way in.
Put a picture of yours as well, Dave.
Do you fancy taking a picture?
I can do both, I can do it.
Brilliant. Yeah.
89 something you are, pound right?
Yeah.
Where's on?
Is it on?
Yes, on. 3, 1, 2.
82.
Big.
Take one of mine as well. Slow down. On.
You're on a nerve somewhere, Dan.
Huh?
You're on a nerve somewhere, I guess you're shaking.
I'll show you the pictures on your phone.
The little bloom off still as it looks. That's huge.
There's a bloody lump of fish, mate.
The other
Yeah.
side?
So
The other
another-
side?
Oh, should be alright. There's common, it's exactly the same both sides.
Right,
So-
so,
Cracking common, with just over an hour left to go of this leg of the match. £20, 12 ounces. Another one on the red aggressor. Well happy, well happy. I'll flip it around, show me the other side. It's literally perfect on both sides.
send that photo of mine to me somehow, will you please? You know, whenever you come in it.
I can copy and send it to you.
Oh, there you are.
You
Whatever.
can copy off the page. Oh, here we go, and there's the other side. Well, you know, to actually fish a match and actually catch fish, let alone a 20, is a result for me. But happy. Happy, just get it back.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Well, I didn't expect that, to be fair. Ran out of PVA bags. I tied up 12, as well as a spod mix in there. Spod mix, but ground bait mix. So, luckily I made an absolute ton of this red aggressor mix, and it's still smells strong as hell. So, yeah, it was a bit of a strange one, that was. I had one of the rod I had out, that on, was out in the middle of the lake, over a bed, all night, and this morning there's a cormorant cruising in and out all over the top of it. I didn't like it, I wanted to move it, and the guy fishing the peg over the other side packed up and left. So I saw that as a bit of an opportunity. I could see those fizzing coming off the edge of the tree over there. So I took out the one from the middle of the lake and banged it right down on, and I landed it spot on where the fizzing was. About 30 minutes later then, nice £20 common in it. So it's an 18 and a £20 common, so I'm usually, match fishing is my, I don't know, nemesis. I'm just so, I don't know if it's like a pressure thing, isn't it? I don't seem to do well in matches. It's the pressure of catching. I love catching. It put me under pressure to catch, and all of a sudden I stop doing it, no matter what I try. Plus, I suppose it's a lot to do with the pressure of the lake and the opportunities you get. I think I've managed to draw a peg that I like, and I fish a lot. And now if I was out in the open bank and I'd be trying all sorts of different stuff, things might not be so it's easy for me, but I think I'm currently 3rd in the ranking, so it's not bad. I'm already on the sort of leaderboard for the first week, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to get this out, see if I can't push my way up the leaderboard a bit more. First place is Luke. He's had 4 fish for £60, I think it is. Second place had 2 fish, but they were absolute monsters. They were 25 and a 27. And I'm 3rd now with an 18 and a 20. So another fish like that would have to be 39. I'd have to be 22 plus to push into 1st place. It's doable. I'm not holding my breath, but yeah, I'm going to cast this back out and I'll speak to you in a bit. 6 minutes left. So, come on. I literally had a beep about 15 minutes ago off the left-hand rod, the one I just got back out. So, he's got 6 minutes to develop. So, let's get so I can see myself. Right, that's it. Hooter was shouted, or Hooter was called. 1 o'clock, end of the first leg. Right. I think I came 3rd. I don't know. Things might have changed in the last hour, but yeah, happy. Caught some fish. That's what I came for. Right. See you at the next one, hopefully. Oh, hello. So, I was a bit late for the draw. I lost the TV remote and I couldn't turn the TV off, so I was running around the house, scouring the house. And I got down here and I was about 3 minutes late for the draw and they'd already started it, so I couldn't really film the intro or anything like that. But my name went into the hat then, and I got pulled out literally about 2 people after that. And I get a quick scan of the pegs that had gone. I said a peg number that wasn't really there, so I've got peg number 3, which is the Carp Coarse peg. Another one that I've done a video on this year, early on when I took William down here, and we had 6 fish in less than 24 hours. So I'm happy with that, except that time it was really, really warm, and it was spring. Now it's coming, it's mid-autumn. We've had 3 or 4 big frosts now. Today's slightly milder. Yesterday we had a hard frost, and 2 days ago we had a hard frost. So we've been hit by the cold weather, but the wind is absolutely howling straight up to this end of the lake. So I'm hoping that it's going to push the fish feed in. I'm not going to go massive feeding on bait. Probably the same I was doing. I'll probably go small PVA bags, like literal small PVA bags, so I can get the distance and whack it out, and hopefully the wind won't rip me off. Right, I'll see you when I get packed up. Right, ta-da.
Happy?
Huh?
Happy?
happy. The wind's banging up here. It's warm, a little bit warmer than it was in the week. Things are slightly in your favour.
Okay. What I got to do is catch up.
No signal. Exactly what the lake needs.
Well, it looks dark now, but it's not really that dark. There's no real update. There is, but there isn't. I've had one full-blown run from a coot or a black chicken, and then about 20 minutes ago I had a full-blown run from the middle rod, reeled in, nothing. Then a full-blown rod from the outside rod, reeled in, nothing. So there's blatantly something towing line through the middle of the swim, and it's just wiped out two of my rods. So I've repositioned them now, and hopefully I won't get any more fake runs, because there's 3 runs I've had. I was actually feeling proper excited, as if like, oh, things are actually working, and there's no fish on the end of any of them. Oh God. So it's 7:45. I'm literally trapped to the confines of the bivvy at the moment. It's hammering down outside. Just over the other side of the lake, you got the hotel, and they're having a full-blown firework display. I don't even know the date actually. Is this the 4th or 3rd or something like that? So it's the 3rd of November. So they're having a firework display now, 2 days early. So that's going to really... Well, I've never caught anything when there's fireworks going off all around the lake, so that's probably going to kill the chances. So, I'm looking for it. I've lost it. There it is. So, get the frying pan out, and I'm going to have myself... let's turn this back off. Can of chunky chicken and vegetable soup. A bit more expensive than the ravioli, but yeah, now have myself a tin of chunky soup. Hopefully there'll be a run or something. I hope. Right. I got something special to dip in it though. Oh my God. Got myself a salt and pepper French stick. So I think break myself a big chunk of that off. I think that's quite happy with this actually. that's nice. That is. There we are. Hey, for dinner. Hopefully you'll see a fish. So, morning has arrived and I finally got a run. And it's 13.
39. Happy with that?
Yeah, happy 13.9. Scrapped like a proper double. Well, it's been a rough night. It's been hammering down all night, and about about 4 o'clock it sort of stopped raining, and then it got really cold. But I got one in the net. Chris has just weighed it and given it a quick spin around, so I'm off the mark. I think this puts me into 6th place at the moment. So little 13 pound 9 ounce Fedwood common. Still, it's a fish to get me off the mark. Oh. Ducks just slipping around, is it? Butchers at the other side. So scrappy. It was a long range cast, and it kited left, pulling hard until it pulled the drag, and then turned and went the other way. Calm down. Yeah. Calm down. You keep it flexing, ready to jump. So there we go. First fish of the second leg of the Winter League for me, 13.9 on banana and toffee pop-ups on the Ronnie rig. So, well happy with that. Let's slip in back, and hopefully I'll get something else to push me off the bottom ranking. Right. Alright, the lens seems to have fogged up, but I literally haven't put my other rod back out yet, and the middle rod's gone. So that's one on the red aggressor that I put out about 9:30 last night. I'd done a recast, I put a red aggressor on, so I had to pick up this morning, so that's the second fish. Let's see if I can get this fogging gone off the lens. Oh, called Chris up out of his bed for a second time.
No, I was awake now.
Here we go.
16 pound.
Yeah, pounds on 16. Happy with that. I managed to pick up another one straight after. Lovely. And this is proper little peach. 16 pound dead it was. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That is a lovely fish. I'd be happy just catching this one. It's class. Look at it. More than happy, more than happy. I don't know what this puts me in the ranking. I'm just, yeah, brilliant. Right, flipping around to show you the other side of the lovely scaly beast. Oh. Now he decides to kick off. Oh, that's a swan. a fiasco. Luckily I was able to just dropped it in the margins inside the string. Luckily I hadn't put it left in the net. Bloody swans. Right, where was I? Yeah, this is the other side. With this cracking scaly mirror. Or did I flip it around? I don't know. I'll do a quick one too. So there we are. Look at that. Lovely big plated scales. And for the second time possibly. The other side of the plated mirror. Lovely, lovely stuff. Right, let's get it back before the swans wipe me out again. Brilliant. Well, that was a good morning. Wake up call, wasn't it? First fish, I literally jumped out. I wasn't gonna sort of stumble around. I literally ran out in my socks down to the peg. It's a muddy, slurry path down here. So I haven't got any socks on now, but yeah, I done a quick dive, got the rod, absolutely went mental. £13.9 I think that one was, but that was probably the hardest fighting fish I've had for a long time. Yeah, it went all over the place. And I've put the other one back. I've put it back. I'm ready to cast the other rod out, and I lean back, and the other rod beeps, and I think, oh, I've tapped, because I'm casting like long lengths to get the distance. I'm thinking I've hit the other rod, and I sort of lean back, and it's not even over the other rod, and so I lean. So it's not like you got the rod in the air and you're full on twisting your neck, and I could see the other spool just starting to spin round. I thought, oh right, drop that on the floor quickly, slam that out. So I got that one in the net, slapped. Once it was in the net, I threw the other rod out, and the swan just wiped me out on that rod totally. I'm not sure if I got any footage of that, but yeah, swan decided to kick his way through the lines, wrap it around its leg. So I had to pull the swan all the way in, and literally as I got him, I sort of unwound it from its leg, and off it went. But they're a nightmare, the swans on here. We know there's there's 30 of them, probably more than that. And there's a whole load of new cygnets here, annoying us as well. They haven't got any common sense. They come straight up under the rods and knock them off the pod and everything. Right, but yeah. Oh, I don't think the sun was going to come up. I think it's going to hammer down this afternoon, so it's going to be limited to what sort of filming I do. But yeah, I'm off the mark anyway. Right, so I just put my chest waders on so I could get out from underneath the trees, cast properly. There was a lot of fizzing just off the peg, not the peg, but there's a little walkway on the other side. So I wanted to get a bait in there, and I couldn't get it because of the tree. So chest waders on, walked out past the peg, and literally dropped the bait over there. Yeah, there's two spots I'm aiming for I can actually get to without wading into the water because of the trees, a little gap in the trees. But yeah, so that's done. Get a coffee on the go. My little whistle on my kettle died a long time ago, so I'm going to posh coffee today. 1.5. Oh, another beep. More coffee. I think the beep. I can see a swan just sitting there. Right, I'm gonna have my coffee, and hopefully I won't have any more swan trouble. It's 12:59. 1 minute left to go with this leg. I think I'm currently fourth. There's like not that much in between us. There's, I think 39 was the biggest, so I'm £10 behind first, and then there's two just tipping the £40 mark, £30 mark, and I'm £29 something. So it was a close call, but looks like I'm going to happily end the second leg with fourth place at 1 o'clock now. There we go. So that's the end of the second leg. Let's get the rods out.
Right, so happy for you to do as well? Yeah. Okay, first shot there. Luke Mallet.
Yeah, no what, innit?
1, 2, 3,
Kind of weird as he went down, I think.
15, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many's left in here?
Me. Dan, there's a boy pulling off in there, like.
Boys?
Hello. Right, on peg 58. Drizzling like an absolute beast out there. All I've done is slam the bivvy up. I haven't done anything else. If you look, when I was coming down the bank carrying a bivvy and the bait bag, see my little ski trails? I went on my back. Alright though. But yeah, bivvy's up. Got the rest of the peg to go. Let's go get the rest of my stuff. Right. Well, bivvy, well, you saw it. I put the bivvy up, got the rods out, dropped one right in the marginal corner over there, with the red aggressor with a small piece of white corn, and I'd gone chods on the rosehip branch out to the tree, and then cast one out to a mark in the middle that I sort of like mentally sort of mapped out. I know there's like a small gravel bar out there. I think I missed it totally, but when I was pulling back I had a clean run when I pulled back, so I was happy with that. Oh, so in my head I'm thinking now this is where the winter league gets really hard. The first leg it was still quite sunny. I had two fish, I had 20 and an 18. Lovely fish for this lake, but it was alright for the time of year. Then the second one, it was a bit colder in the night, but it stayed dry. And what did I have? I had a 13 and a 16. So that's actually put me in joint second place in the league altogether now, but we're only two sort of matches in, there's another 3 left to go. And these are the ones where you need to dig in and actually score some points. Yeah. So, I'm sitting here in the rain, I can't actually see the rods. I don't like fishing where I can't see the rods, but yeah, you like to see them, you like to move. If you're a beep, you want to see what's happening. Is it falling back? Is it pulled? Is it rod twitching? When you're a beep and you can't see any of that, it's a quick sort of, I don't know, you've got to mentally quickly gauge what's happening, and it can, I think, cost you. So I'll probably spend most of my time just standing outside, staring at the rods in between the drizzly patches. But yeah, I'm enjoying the winter league so far. So let's hope I got some fish on the bank to show you guys later. All right, I'll stop rambling now. So, it's just gone 20 past 3. Nothing happening. Been fishing for 2.5 hours now. Nobody's had anything. I like where I got the baits, but I'm not overly confident that they're going to scream off because it's just cold and miserable out there. So I'm going to treat myself some early dinner. The frying pan ready this week. I'm treating myself to, as does chicken multi in a can. Well, I can imagine this is going to be fantastic. Right. But to be fair, when I slopped it out of the can, I did slop out of the can. Looked a bit like dog food, but now there's a chance to warm up in the pan. It looks alright. It smells lovely actually. But, let's give it a whirl, is it? Happy with that. I think it was £1.09, I think it was. That's the boy. Well, bit of a nighttime update. Absolutely, well, I tell a lie, I've had two single beeps over in the last 2 hours. I literally ran out for both of them, and none of them developed. Rain's coming down now, so I'm sort of sticking in, and hopefully I'll get a nighttime take. It's getting cold as well, so I know this. I think this was always going to be the trickiest one, just the December match. I'm secretly hoping that one of those baits gets picked up. I think that I put them in the right place. I think the presentation's good, and I think the bait they've got and hook setup and everything is right. It's just, am I going to get one that's going to feed? I don't know. Right, I'm going to switch the camera off, and I'm going to probably try to have a bit of sleep, and hopefully I'll get a run. Right, I'll see you guys later, I hope. Right, ta-da. Ooh. Oh, leave it. Good morning. So, it's about 8:30 now. Really rough night. No fish. Let's put this outside. And it's not raining. I just recast the 3 rods, changed all the baits. I don't know what it was, but do you know when you reel a bait in the morning, you pick it up, you can still smell the bait? Well, I don't know what it is, but because they've been sitting in possibly level with the silt and stuff like that, there was no smell coming off these baits at all. They'd been washed out overnight. So I wasn't too happy about that. That was because I've had these glugging in. Well, the red aggressor ones, I've had them rolling around, and there was in the glug and drying out in the glug. So I thought they would have held on to the stink a bit more. And the rosehip blanch, I've got a bottle of like the rosehip concentrate, and I've literally rolled the pop-ups in that and let them dry out. So they should be stinking of the flavours and not of silt. So yeah, that was a bit of a wish I'd sorted that out sort of early hours this morning, not at first light, because I think that could have been a sort of game changer. If I think having a high smell on a bait is essential. I don't know, but yes, I blanked last night, so I'm currently in the bottom of the third round. I think it's the worst I've done so far. So yeah, I gonna put the kettle on, get a coffee, clear my throat. Is the camera, is it fogging up maybe? Or is it just the camera fogging up? Oh, the camera's not very happy. Right. I'll see you later. There's nothing really more to say. Right.
To be fair, he has been relentless over my baited spot. Been over there. I shoveled about a kilo of mixed spot mix into the corner. A handful of boilies, and this coot has literally been relentless since dusk. Picking up every single grain.
Right, so trying to make the most of the time I got left. I've gone perhaps a bit over the top. I've gone in the corner there, the tree. I sprinkled the rest of the spod mix out, and I was on the outside of the tree, and I literally moved 2 baits and smacked them, one each side. Pinned them down because I did have them on separate sort of marks that I know that produce, but yeah, I thought put a lot of bait out, chuck 2 rigs on there and see if I can't at least snag something in there. But I'm not too keen because his cormorants all gliding around the middle of the lake, so where I had them out on marks on the lake, the cormorants destroyed all my confidence there, so yeah. So I'm going to go in to the bivvy and I'm going to cook some breakfast. Oh, right. What have I got? Right. Yeah, standard breakfast. Can of beef ravioli. Whack it on the stove now and get something in me. It's been a hard night. I think if anybody's going to be fishing through the rain, heavy rain through the night, my top tip is don't drink 4 cups of coffee, because you lie there wide awake listening to the rain for most of the night. So that's my top tip. Right. Well, it comes to something when the highlight of your session is canned ravioli. Anyway, another budget breakfast. Need a car. So, the final, the horn just went. The match is over. Totally blanked this match. I think I'll probably go right down the rankings now. But still could have had a good 2 months. I think I would have happily picked a totally different peg, but then out in the draw, there was only about 3 spaces left after me, and most of the pegs I would have picked were gone, so not ideal. Not really much more to add. So it's Christmas now, and then the next match is like just after the start of the new year, so we'll see you guys then. Ta-da.
15. Lost out though.
That's
Dan
me,
John.
is it? I'll have 3 then, lazy.
3 is gone.
This is 3 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's a 2 and...
15.
Right, so fourth leg of the Winter League, and yeah, I got peg 4 when I fished on the second leg. Not first choice, seeing as it's how cold it is, but the air pressure is going to change and the temperatures are going to rise. So hopefully it'll push them out of the deeper water. I know that I think I was like 2 left out of the hat after me. I didn't have much choice. I'm happy with this peg. It wasn't one of my first choices though. But yeah, let's make the most of it. I bought a lot of chili pepper boilies and the chili pepper booster and stuff like that, so I'm going to make a really sort of spicy mix. I've got some spices to go in there. I got some fenugreek, a bit of garlic powder. So I'm going to make a really cold water mix and see how that goes. Right, I'll see you guys when I'm set up. Right. So, my winter bait is... I've got the old chili pepper boilies. Ground up probably nearly ½ a kilo then. Put in a bag or half a bag of the 2mm red aggressive pellets. Chopped up a handful of banana toffee, put in about 7 or 8 ground mixer biscuits just to create some sort of diffusion floating up, and I mixed in the fenugreek spice, put there. I'm nearly out of that actually, and I got the spirulina activator and the old chili pepper booster. So this is like, it's a semi soft mix I'm going to put into mesh bags. It's all PVA friendly, so it should hit the bottom and then just pop out. And hopefully some winter carp are going to be hungry for this spicy little mix. Right, I'm going to wash my hands before I rub my eyes or something like that. Right. Well, it's bitterly cold and the birds are still being as annoying as they were the last time I fished here. I've had a full-blown run. I looked across and I could see a bloody coot hanging onto the rig. I pulled it, it dropped it, and it pulled across, and I ended up bringing this beautiful carrier bag in, covered in silt and stinking. So I've moved out of that area. Oh, I'm going to do this now. So, when I put the 3 rods out, I thought it'd be a good idea to put one up into that area, sort of round past the jetty, because people are just pouring bread into the lake, and it just seemed like a good idea because there's a lot of food going in that water to put a little pop up in. But no, the coots are picking that up far too much, so I've moved it to off what is the silt island out there, just off the point. If you can see over there, there's a stick sticking up somewhere around there, that area. I put another bait out next to the stick, and then if I pan all the way across, you got the buoy and you got the stick that's usually got, can't see it now, you got stick, something sticking out the water that's usually got fish showing around it. So that's where I've put the other bait. So I've got chili pepper on one on the bottom bait and 2 chili pepper pop-ups on the other 2. So hopefully I'll pick something up. That's 15 out of 17 in the draw. Wasn't the best draw, but I'm happy. I'm right next to the car, and if I catch a fish, it's a bonus. It is winter now. Right. Oh, another disaster for the session so far. Of course, I didn't expect to get this peg, so I phoned the wife up to bring down the old chest waders. So I've been out underneath the tree to cast out. She brought them down, and then I realised that I hadn't actually picked up my stove. I also picked up a pint of maggots, which I didn't bring, and there's a head torch and the actual real camera tripod, so I'm actually freehanding all of this. So the wife's coming down later on to fix things for me. God, you know, like, you don't just forget one thing, you forget 4 or 5 things, and yeah, it's chaos, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna need a stove. I got a kettle, got some tins of soup. Actually brought a hot water bottle with me tonight, so hopefully that'll keep me warm. But yeah, I just need some fish. This is really important in this round of the leg. I'm gonna say this round of the league. So or this leg of the league. Yeah, we're this is the 4th one now. I've caught on the 1st and 2nd, blanked on the 3rd, and this one feels like it's going to be a blank because it's so bitter and cold, and I'm up in the shallows. But if there's fish out there and there's a bait in front of them, let's just hope they pick it up. Right, it is proper freezing at the moment. Rachel done good. She turned up with a stove, so I'm gonna put some dinner on. Just defrosting my hands a second. It's absolutely freezing at the moment. So my choice of dinner tonight is Aldi's very own mild chicken curry. I probably wouldn't have picked the mild one, but Rachel was doing the shopping, and that's what she picked up. And the other one is the beef and veg big soup. I'm thinking breakfast, and this is dinner. So I'm going to whack this on the stove now and see how it looks. Right. Doesn't look as good as the Jalfrezi. It looks like baby's crap, really, isn't it? But we'll heat it up and see what it's like. Right. So we've got Newgate mild chicken curry. That's what we need on a boiling hot night, really. I did prefer the Jalfrezi or something with a bit more kick in it, but let's knock this off. But, I think I overheated it, I boiled it a bit too much, but it's pretty much chip chop curry sauce, sort of. There's actually a piece of chicken in it, though. That's looking better. Yeah, boiling now. Well, it'll do. I'd have preferred something that burnt my face off, to be fair, because my face is freezing. Yeah, chicken curry for dinner. Hopefully one of the rods will do more than a single beep. That's what I think I'm on to, like 4 or 5 single beeps. Yeah, and that's it, really. So I'll see you guys later. Hopefully there'll be a few carp, at least one, please. Oh, right. So it's coming up to about 8 o'clock. There has been absolutely no action on the lake at all. I don't think there's a single fish been out. I am freezing. I pretty much thought I would be. I've got the old hot water bottle tucked in the front there. You know, it's a weak man, innit? Walks around with a hot water bottle, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just try and climb in the bag, get a few hours sleep, and try to recoup in the morning. It's supposed to be going down to about -1 tonight, but then it's supposed to be shooting back up to about 7 degrees in the morning. So I've got what I've got out at the moment. I've got 2 on the Ronnie rig with the chili pepper pop-ups, and I flipped over. I wasn't too happy because I'd been soaking the chili peppers, boil the bottom baits in the glug. When I was reeling them, I reeled one in because the swan had picked it up, and there was no aroma to it. It's as if the cold water or it is just all washed out within the matter of time it had been out there. So I flipped it over to a red aggressor because that stinks, and after 3 or 4 hours in the water it still stinks. So I've banged a red aggressor bottom bait out there, so I'm going to sit with that for the moment. If you saw the last video I done, New Year's Day, I bought a pint of maggots, so I've got the remnants of what's left there. So if all else fails by the morning, I'll be tying up a maggot rig. I haven't got a lot of maggots there, it's about half a pint, quarter of a pint, somewhere in the region of that. So I'm going to tie up a maggot rig and probably do some really small maggot PVA bags and see if I can't nick one on that. But yeah, I think that's me for the night, I think, unless I catch a fish. There's no point doing any updates, it's freezing, and I say I've got a hot water bottle down my front, but my nose is still sort of numb and my hands are still stinging, so yeah, so I'm not really a hardened carper. Oh god. Right, and I can see if I can get some sleep. Right, I'll see you guys later, hopefully very soon. It was a proper rough night last night, freezing cold. Yeah, I think sleeping bag seemed to just be like absolutely nothing. This cold was just soaking straight through it. If I didn't have the hot water bottle, I think I'd have not slept at all, to be fair. So nothing moved on last night. I had one sort of 10-second run. By the time I got out, I think it was one of the birds crossing through the lines. Yeah, there's nothing. So I've decided now, I reeled in one of the Ronnies, and I've got maggot clip-ons, so I'm going to chuck some of the old maggots on there and see if I can't whittle out at least one. So, making the best of this. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. Right, yeah, so there's nothing really happening. I've reeled in all the rods, they're all covered in crap. I had a cast around this morning, down the side, see if I can't pick something up underneath the people feeding bread. Seagulls are actually diving down and picking it up this time, not just the gooch, the seagulls. So it's not really much of a morning update. I think one fish has been out all night, so it's points on the board, isn't it? So I've just got to get one. I've got to get one today. Right, I'll speak to you later. So, the hoot's just gone. I haven't done hardly any filming all day, and the match is over. I've caught 0, so that's the second time that I've blanked in this match. But it's also been pretty dire across the lake. I think for the whole of the 4th leg, 1 fish. So it's been hard. Oh, right. I'm going to start slowly packing down and
I shall see you for the 5th leg. That's in February. Right then, I'll see you guys next time I'm on the bank.
Number 18.
That's me, yeah. Oh, Christ.
Like that.
Doesn't look like bloody tickets in it.
78. 78.
Everyone happy? Lads, just a quick one. You know, obviously at the end of the comp, try and make best effort to come back here for the, especially for the prizes, obviously. Everybody else just turn up just to show a bit of support. Lads. Happy days. Happy days. Happy days.
Right, so it's 5th leg of the South Wales Winter Carp League. I'm currently 4th in the ranking. Point scoring hasn't been amazing this year because we've had quite a lot of harsh sessions. January and December were sort of brutal sessions. This one, absolutely, totally different. The weather's changed, it's warmer. When I was bringing the stuff, bringing the bivvy round and all the gear around, I was sweating like hell. But yeah, so it's a lot more warmer. I didn't get the peg I wanted. I never get the peg I wanted. I had like 3 in my mind. I think it was about 7 or 8 out of the hat. I got one that I fished before. So I'm on peg 78, which is the last one in the shallows. Warmer water, wind pushing down here. I'm thinking that might produce 1 or 2 fish. I know that a couple of them are, there's pegs that have been producing fish in the last couple of weeks, and they were the ones everybody wanted. I didn't really want them. I wanted the ones that I'd had previously, like I like 29, I like 38. And there's probably 1 or 2 on the open bank which I don't usually fish, and I was looking at them. But no, I've ended up with this peg down in the shallows. See it? I've done a few sessions on here with William. I've got the rods out. It was pretty much as soon as I dragged everything round, the buzzer went, or the horn went, and yeah, and it was rods out. So I quickly slammed together 3 rods fishable. I'm fishing 2 on a Ronnie over into the shallows. The water level seems a little bit down because when I was banging them out right out where I like to fish them, they were smashing themselves so deep into the silt they couldn't pull them back. So thinking, if I go light to lead, I'm not going to get the distance. If I go light to lead, it's not going to bury itself in the silt, so I might not get the distance I want, but at least the rig's going to be fishable. Other than that, there was a few sort of fish fizzing around 4 or 5 rod lengths out in front of me when I got here. Got 1 rod sitting in amongst that. I sprinkled a whole load of corn, about 5-6 handfuls of the red aggressor, and if anybody knows this peg or you've seen this peg before, you don't want to feed boilies during the day. I quickly threw a load of handfuls out. The seagulls then started making their way over, and I had 1 or 2 dive down, but yeah, I stopped feeding then. But it's optimistic, isn't it? I think currently I'm 4th in the ranking. Score-wise, I'm joint 3rd, but it's when the scores match, the weights come into effect. So out of the 3 people in
joint third place. I've got the second biggest bag. So there's one guy that's got, I can't remember the weight, I think it's 96 pound and I'm on 68 pound. I could be totally wrong, but I'm second in that ranking anyway. But it's really important that I land a fish for this leg. If that doesn't happen, then I'll probably drop out of the ranking totally. But to be honest, I'd love a fish. I'd love to sort of get back on the scoring ladder. But I've really enjoyed myself. I know that a lot of the pegs that I've had are pretty isolated, but when you get in amongst the banter of the guys that are fishing the Winter League, it's and meeting people I wouldn't really, because I think I'm pretty much a loner when I get on the bank. When I'm in amongst all these guys, I know them all now, and there's a lot of people I didn't know previously. So that's always a plus, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna say leave you go. I'm gonna quickly run you through what I've put out. Red aggressor, bottom bait with a rosehip pop up off halfway to the post where I saw the fizz in. I sprinkled a little corn and boilies up over the top of that. I've stuck 2 Ronnie rigs, one into the shallow silty water. There was a fish turning over literally as I was casting out, but that hasn't been picked up. And I've gone out towards the buoy, which is the sort of standard marker. It's not as prolific as I always thought it would be, but it does produce fish, so I've got one out there. Right, I'll see you guys later. Ta-da. Right, so let's get this. Right, so nothing's happening. There was a few fish moving around, a bit of fizzing going when I first got here, and I was quietly confident that something would happen, and nothing has. It got dark really quick actually. Well, it started at 1. By the time I potted everything round, got everything ready, I've done no filming at all. There's nothing really happening. I've had one liner, proper liner, so I start stripping line, connected with nothing, and I've had one little 3-inch drop back, and that's it. So I've got the stove on. What did I put on? I've already had food, to be fair. I can't really see what I'm doing. So this was dinner, a tin of big soup, and I let it fester on the stove until it turned into like a stew. It was really nice actually. I quite enjoyed that. And then for a backup and dessert, I had a tin of half pears, or pear halves. Got a fork in there, and yeah, I don't think I've had tinned fruit for years, and I quite enjoyed that as well. So no fish, but I've had something to eat. Yeah, Wales were playing England in the Six Nations, and I think Wales won, to be fair, because the shouting and roaring coming off the other banks was quite high. I don't really watch rugby that much. I take William to play rugby. I go to the rugby club, but I don't really. I can't. It doesn't hold me, I don't think. I've never really liked any sort of rugby or football. I'll watch them, but there's no sort of, I don't know, no passion for it. I think it's something that needs to be cultured at a young age with your father or your parents are obsessed with it, but I think neither of mine were, so I never got that from them. But yeah, I don't know. I am feeling confident. It has dropped in temperature, but not that much. It's very, very thick cloud cover come over, so I think there's a good chance of fish feeding up in the shallower water. I'm trying to convince myself now, but I am still thinking there's a good chance of bagging one. Right, I'll hopefully there'll be a really good update next. If not, it'll be me sulking like hell in the morning. Alright, I'll see you later. Right.
Right, so it's about 7:15. It's been a really cold night. There's a thick dew come down. I'm just reeling in the rods to find that they all caked up with dead leaves and crap. So quickly changed the bait on this one because it smelled silty. Red aggressor with a little rose hip mini pop on the end. Got small PVA bags made up. These are the stuff I've done before with the chili mix. So before I mess around with that, let's give it a quick little glug in the old red aggressor glug. Horrible stuff. Don't get this on your hands. And I'll just quickly thread this through now. Trying to catch any solid lumps inside. But there we are. And let's quickly wing this out. And hopefully I can bite a morning bite. Literally nothing, no action after dark on the lake last night at all. Mad. Right, I'll see you later. Hopefully this not those things. Get a real focus in my mind. Well, after the last 2 matches, 1 fish coming out, last night there was, well, early evening, there was 2 fish caught by the guy that's in first, so that doesn't alter anything for me, and the guy that's in third had one as well, and that was 15.5 pounds. So I realistically, to push up, I need to catch something over 15 pound. And that will push me potentially into third place with the points. I don't even, I couldn't tell you what second and first is. I think first would have been, I'd have had to win the match, the guy that was coming first totally blank, which he hasn't, and catch the koi, the 24 pound koi in here for the bonus points. But doesn't seem to be heading that way, does it? At all. Right. So I believe I'm still currently in 4th overall, but of course it's 7 o'clock, we've got 6 hours left. Lots could change in 6 hours. Right, I'll see you. I really hope I get a run this morning. I'm confident. Oh, we need people to come along and start feeding the ducks, so all the swans bugger off to the other side of the lake, then I can have a bit of a play around, because it took me ages to position the rods because the swans were sitting right on top of the spots and picking off any bits I'd managed to get out there. But, live and learn. Well, you learn this lake that you have to fish around the swans, and you can't put bait out when the sun comes up because the seagulls will annihilate it. But I still enjoy it. I have enjoyed the winter league, to be fair. It's one of those things that I probably wouldn't have fished these 5-night sessions over the winter, especially when it dropped really cold. And although I blanked for the last 2, and possibly the third, it's still getting out, and you learn something every time. Right, I'll stop rambling now.
After a bird, picking it up. I dropped a load of weed and stuff coming in. Got myself a nice small plastic bag. Try. Right. Right. So breakfast isn't what I would class myself as a bank breakfast. It's just I had a few cans of stuff in the bag. I have got chicken balti from Asda. So it's now coming up to about 8:30. I just fried up myself a chicken balti. So I know I'm pretty hungry this morning, but curry wasn't my first choice, but I think it won me over. It was either that or a can of soup. Tried the balti, I think. He did have the tin madras, and that was like, there's no point putting any other flavour into it. It was so bloody hot. Couldn't taste anything anyway. But I can live with this. Right. Still no fish. I had 2 pickups of. One was a coot, the other one was a seagull. So the water, because of the river coming down, the water looking like it's slightly down a bit. I was fishing a lot shallower than I thought it was, and the seagulls were coming down. And they tore the boilie off and made away with it. So, not only am I contesting with fish I don't want to feed, bird life that'll quite happily strip your hook baits and leave you with nothing out there. Right, see you later. Nothing much has happened all day. I think I've seen one fish top in front of me. I moved the rods. Nothing. Yeah, I think it's about less than 2 hours left. Need to start packing down. It's a bit disheartening really, because I had quite a lot of confidence yesterday. But yeah. Oh, let's do this one. Yeah. So being in the shade, I'm absolutely freezing. I've had my hands over the stove and everything like that. I can't put any bait out because the birds will just smash it. I've had to readjust the rods because of the birds. There's now 5 fish come out, and they've literally come off the 3 pegs right down the other corner of the lake, and that's it. There's just nothing else come out. So actually getting one, maybe cruising away and picking up one of my baits might be a very a long haul, but could still happen. I think looking at the ranking now, if nothing's caught for the rest of this match, I think I'm going to be rated 5th. And again, I could be wrong. I wasn't really looking at the scores and stuff like that. I was just sort of enjoying taking part. So yes, hopefully I'll have one before the end. It's not impossible. Just seems improbable at the moment. Right. Let's hope I've got an update for you before the end. All right. Hour left. Still no real update. Starting the inevitable pack down now. Got to be there for the final thing in the car park. So I did drag 2 barrel loads of stuff over. So I'm going to try and cram it all into one. And hopefully I don't break my back taking it back across. But still 59 minutes left. Right.
Okay, right, lads, cheers for coming back, right, and showing support to everybody. Right, big thanks as well for obviously turning up to most of the events and everything. This winter's probably been the best for not just only size of fish, but it's, I think everybody's doing a couple of good, so it's been a pretty successful comp. And I keep saying I'm not going to do it every year, right, but I'll probably get convinced to do it again next year. So if you're up for it next year, we'll do it again. Hopefully we'll get bigger prizes, more money. And we'll see if we can put a spin on it. I don't know, maybe try doubles or something. Got a friend, yeah. Right, right, first thing we're going to do, right, is 3 counters in here, right, you can see 3 counters in there, okay. They are for the 3 people that turned up to every event that didn't catch a fish. It's a bit of a donkey prize, yeah. So 3 people in there, Liam. Right, go on, who's, go on man, pick a prize. Pick one.
I can't see, I'm trying to pull.
Okay, number 10.
Liam Keith.
You Keith? Goldfish. Oh, the goldfish. You told me you haven't. Yeah, he's goldfish.
Yeah, but you only had five.
Right. There's 2 then. I'll just do it.
Yeah, but he's goldfish.
Last one. Number 14.
He was that fish.
Yeah, but he ran that points.
Ah, right. Oh yeah, you're having a punch, so David. Go on, 5 kilos, mate.
Sweet. You're going to have extra points, yeah. You're had 5 points all the way for the match.
Lovely.
Stop giving me more for me to take home, man.
Main prizes then, right? So last fish, right? Coming to Michael. Michael.
No object,
I'm going to take a picture, so you're part of me. Biggest fish, Dan Andrews with a new leg record, £32.4. Can you boys take stills of this?
Yeah, this isn't 4K, so it should.
Alright, 5th prize, right, starting off up to the first, right, up to the prizes there. Some of the ones as well, lads, if you've got tickets, so if they're 48-hour tickets, 24-hour tickets or season tickets, speak to me after, and then I'll tell you how to get involved in actually going to get the tickets to actually going to fish the venues, yeah? Okay, so in 5th place, Dan Jones.
Thank you. Brilliant, thank you.
Prizes. My mother wants that back. Sorted. Okay, 4th prize, Michael Cleaver.
I'm expecting that weight there.
3rd position, how we did it, the amount of, can't say this on camera, alright, the amount of action he had last night. Marla. Okay, last 2 prizes, right, so a couple of cash prizes as well. You've got the cash, really. You've got the cash, is it older than me? Alright, 2nd prize, Marcus. And last but not least, this year's winner, who was absolutely fished out of his skin to be fair to him, alright, and take pretty much all the cash, biggest fish, pretty much a whitewash. Dan. Alright, so that's it. If you've got prizes, come and grab them. Oh yeah, Dan. Dan.
Hi.
Good shot.
I'll take that straight back because I'm going to get it all set up. But yeah, right, that's it, done. If you've got prizes, come and see me. Alright, I'll dish them out. But if not, if you want to do it again next year, we'll go for another crack.